Fox Business Alert, an existential crisis hitting consumers, producers, and restaurants nationwide. A stunning jump in the price of eggs. Bird flu has infected some 19 million commercial birds since late 2024 alone, and the impact is coming to grocery stores and restaurants near you because farmers are being forced to euthanize huge swaths of their flocks. The shortage already hitting one restaurant chain and its customers as egg prices, on average, have spiked 37% over the last 12 months. Waffle House this week announced a 50-cent surcharge per egg on their customers. Waffle House says it serves 272 million eggs a year. Waffle House is a member of the National Restaurant Association. Here to tell us how bird flu and egg prices could affect your next meal or the restaurant sector stocks you might own, National Restaurant Association President and CEO Michelle Korsmo. Boy, I mean, this is pretty serious. 50 cents surcharge per egg. I don't know how many eggs go into a single waffle, but I'm getting nervous here because I love Waffle House.
I eat 3 egg omelets, so I know that's $1.50. And it is definitely significant. And when you think about restaurants like Waffle House that have a menu that is so focused on an egg in their meal, it's a big increase that you're seeing across all menu items.
You are the voice of so many restaurants and restaurant chains. We know exactly how much they hurt during the supply chain crisis. A lot of them didn't make it.
Right.
So many restaurants went under. What are you hearing now about the price of eggs?
So one of the things that restaurant operators have really learned through the pandemic and the inflationary periods that we've been going through is really how to be a lot more resilient. And so when they look at increased prices on eggs like this, and egg prices are very dynamic because the demand always stays high, that they're thinking about what options exist for them. And for restaurants, they can do exactly what Waffle House did and put a surcharge on. One of the things that's nice about a surcharge option is that it can signal a temporary status, right? So if we can get flocks replenished and more egg supply, we're going to see those egg prices come down, and we'll be in a position where Waffle House can take that surcharge off.
Okay. When you look at pricing anyway, restaurant meals have gotten so expensive. I did a takeout order for my daughter and I. We got 2 entrees and 1 salad. It was $75. It's just a pasta place on the Upper West Side. That's New York.
I hope it was tasty.
It was delish, Felice. But I do have to push here because the rest of the nation, do you expect that your members are going to follow Waffle House's lead here?
Well, for those restaurants that are egg intensive in their menu items, they're definitely going to have to do something in the short term to manage these egg prices. And it may be raising menu prices. And, you know, it's interesting because restaurants really focus on how they're providing value for their members. And value is that equation of price plus the experience and the quality that the customer is expecting. And so if you're looking at takeout, for example, and you know that convenience is really what you're valuing, there is going to be a higher price there. But when you're in the restaurant or you're going to a restaurant, you can see more of that value offering.
I think of McDonald's, Egg McMuffins. Yes. But then you look at, for example, a Darden restaurant chain, and we can look at all of these stocks and see there are eggs in so many things. It's not just, oh, I'll have an omelet.
So often our restaurants are really thinking about how they're managing their purchasing power. You know, when you've got the ability to make large orders, you're in a space where you can really start to work deals and negotiate and try to play more of a long game on egg prices, which really is where you want to be to help the menu prices ultimately.
Well, value pricing is now suddenly coming back. We saw that with Starbucks lowering their prices and McDonald's as well. Do you expect that gets derailed now because we are seeing food inflation as among the stickiest areas of inflation?
Yeah, food inflation is real. And I think that's why the value pricing is so important. I think you're going to see that continue because the value pricing menu allows for restaurants to really think about what they can offer at those price points that keep consumers coming back, because we want those consumers back frequently.
President Trump made it a signature sort of statement during his campaign that he is going to bring prices down.
Right.
Inflation, obviously, coming way off the 2022 highs of 40-year highs of inflation. And we're now still hovering above the 2% inflation target that the Federal Reserve. Exactly. And so he had said Donald Trump had said he would bring food prices down on day one. That has not happened. Right. Can anything an administration does affect the price of food when we know supply chain issues and something like the bird flu outbreak is very real?
There are things the administration can do to help bring down prices and to get that robust economy in the restaurant and the food sector. And I think a lot of it really has to do with policy. So when you think about bird flu, it's really thinking about how we're managing our flocks, how we're bringing vaccines in and in a backstocked way so that we can control the hen laying population when we have these outbreaks to keep those productions high.
I mean, there's great concern that this will spread. I think a cow was discovered to have the transferred bird flu to it.
Yep.
Beef prices. What about steakhouses now?
Steaks have been one of those price points that have remained elevated. Meat prices have remained elevated in a space where restaurants are really trying to manage that. And that's, again, where restaurants kind of look at what options are available to them. You may notice that there are some different portion sizes available.
Oh, yes, I noticed.
Pricing. And the thing about that is restaurants do that because it's something that their consumer responds to. So are you interested in having that steak, a smaller portion size and a better price? A lot of consumers are saying yes.
I was a little upset that the portion of my pasta seemed very small, but
now you want big pasta portions, big pasta.
Not too big, but I mean, come on, let's not be chintzy. Great to see you.
Thank you so much.
Keep us posted. I wish I had better news for the viewers on that front, but food inflation is very sticky right now. Michelle, it's good to see you. Thank you.